We're live from Houston, where the crowd is on their feet. It's the Los Angeles Clippers and Houston. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan, and it's Pierce in the small forward position. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Paul. That doesn't fall. Can't drop his first shot. Last season for Chris Paul, another strong season, yet quite a year for him in terms of media hype. He was as strong as ever on the court and off the court.
And that's a great point. You know, he did kind of fly under the radar. It's hard to imagine a first-team Hall of Famer in the future could do that, but a lot of it had to do with Steph Curry kind of coming on to the scene, splashing on the scene, if you will. But he is still one of the top point guards in our league.
Redick with the bucket.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
The drive by Paul. And easy 2 points on the layup.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan, to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Howard. They set the pick. Harden outside. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
It's Pierce with the drive.
When you're talking about the greatest clutch players ever, that list needs to include Paul Pierce. I mean, he slowed down a bit, no doubt, but don't let that fool you. If you give him any kind of look at the end of the game, he'll cut your heart out.
Pierce hits 2. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. It's Harden with the drive. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4. Looking back at Paul Pierce's career, Clark, so many game winners, none more impressive than his jump over Dwayne Wade in the first round of the 2010 playoffs.
Yeah, you know, Shaq nicknamed him the...
That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary.
And you know what? That man can climb a ladder.
Harden against Paul. Harden kicks to Lawson. The tray. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Lawson's got his first 3 points of the game.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
To end the run. And Chris Paul hits from deep. Paul's got 5 points so far.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take him long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
Stolen by Pierce. And now in transition is Pierce. Here we go. Got a piece of it. Lawson gets to Ariza. Passes it to Harden. Fires for 3. And another 3 for Houston.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Last season for James Harden was easily his best yet. Finished second in the MVP race. Put up huge numbers with career highs in points per game, scoring. Greg at more than 27 a game.
And also carried that Rockets team that dealt with a plethora of injuries, mainly to Dwight Howard. And second in the league in scoring, I mean, narrowly losing out to Russell Westbrook, who just went on a tremendous tear second half of the season, and then also finished runner-up in the MVP race.
Beverly dishes to Jones. Harden the pass to Capella. Here's Brewer. His three-pointers off the mark. Clippers trail by 4. Smith kicks to Aldridge. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Paul with the ball. He has 5. It's taken away by Brewer. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. Beverly with the ball. Chris Paul covering. It's Harden with the drive. Drops in the layup for 2. Harden's got 12 points in the game.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
There's a whistle. It's going to go on Corey Brewer. That is his first foul of the game. Crawford outside. Just 3 on the clock. And now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Houston.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
Cody Eunice and Howard, the post pair. Corey Brewer is out there with Lawson. And it's Ariza in the 3 slot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. Here's Brewer. The feed to Ariza. Howard at the elbow. Kicks to Brewer. And it's Ariza in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Moniunas passes to Ariza. And stolen by Jordan. Here's Paul. Here's Griffin. Tipped away. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Well, looking back on last season, you didn't know where the Rockets would end up in terms of seeding in the playoffs. Ended up with the 2 seed because they won the Southwest Division. And as it turned out, everything worked out very well for them.
It really did, and had a divisional matchup in that first round against the Mavs. But the Rockets took care of business in that series and would advance.
Shooting for Houston.
And, you know, for the Rockets, they had a major gut check in the second round. Went down 3-1 against the Clippers. Came back to win the series in 7, including Game 6, when I dozed off when they were trailing by 19 in the 4th and was shocked to wake up in the morning and see they had forced the 7th game.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And with the Rockets' last postseason, their trip to the conference finals was as far as they would go. Went out to the Warriors in 5 games. Most of them, though, close ones. I think most fans were pleased with how far the team went last year in spite of all the injuries.
Lawson dishes to Howard. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
That's really a good picture of what not to do on those last 2 possessions. I mean, they're being way too casual with the ball.
It's going to cost them if they keep it up. They need to get back to playing smart basketball.
The shot's good from Lawson.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Wow, what a clever pass that time by Chris Paul.
Lawson kicks to Howard, and stolen by Jordan. Now here's Griffin. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Well, you know, Hall of Famer and three-time champion Kevin McHale, the Rockets coach, did nothing but find success and win as a player. And, you know, that's been the same song for him as a coach.
And the Clippers making a change here. Johnson's checked in, and that one misses. And for Coach Kevin McHale, last year was his best. A lot of people thought he could have been easily the coach of the year, leading the Rockets to their third best regular season in franchise history.
And Kevin, with McHale, he's got this team improving every year. His team's win totals have risen as well statistically as I think becoming a better team. Wins aren't always necessarily what determines how good you are.
From deep three-point range, Griffin kicks to Reddick. Poked loose. It's taken away by Brewer. Here's Ariza. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Here's Paul. And again, no good by the Clippers.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Ariza kicks to Howard. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And for Trevor Ariza, almost exclusively a perimeter player on the offense last year. New scheme, Greg, new teammates, big adjustment.
Yeah, the Rockets having Dwight Howard camping out in the lane and James Harden needing space for dribble drives. Not much room to operate inside for Ariza.
But they do like his defense, and we know he can hit the three. It's a pretty valuable commodity for him. Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Smith comes in for Blake Griffin. Lance Stevenson subbed in for J.J. Redick. And it's Johnson penetrating. That's good.
You know, you talk about Trevor Ariza last season. I mean, his field goal percentage dipped to 40. Mostly because he only took threes, or so it appeared. It's hard to be efficient if you're only shooting threes. Yeah, he went for a little extra on that one.
Well, he usually doesn't finish soft, obviously. You know, he can when necessary, sure, but not that time.
Not when you can throw it down like that.
Yes, sir.
And guys, when you think about Trevor Ariza, he was signed by Houston last year to play defense. And did he deliver on that end? He was usually matched up against the opponent's best wing scorer, and he had the highest steals average of his career, almost 2 a game. Add to that, he is a knockdown shooter from beyond the arc.
The Rockets have not yet made a free throw in the game, 0 of 2 so far.
And one of the weaker areas for this group, only shot about 71% from the line a season ago.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Johnson.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity.
Well, they ought to be. I mean, that's basic basketball time management. You've got to be aware of your clock and your situation.
Here's Paul. Low block shot. Misses off the left iron.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Smith outside. Back to Crawford. Paul outside. Smith right side. Back to Paul. Three-pointer. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. That'll do it for the first half. Rockets lead. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball.
What a performance from Harden here. He has 14 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. And it's Pierce in at the small forward. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Like last season, we saw Moni Yunus make some nice strides.
Yeah, a big uptick in his scoring efficiency, Kevin. Both his shooting from beyond the arc and from within the arc increased.
And Griffin, here we go. Paul outside. Knocked away. It's stolen by Lawson. Moni Yunus passes to Harden. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Well, you think back to the 2009 draft, the Thunder selecting James Harden third overall, and there was some second guessing there.
Yeah, and Tyreek Evans, Kevin, taking a pick after him, won Rookie of the Year. But with time, Harden's talent is proven out, and you could argue he should have gone first in that draft.
And, you know, you think of Harden on the Thunder. They didn't want to give him that max contract. But it's hard to argue that he's not worth every penny.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
And, guys, when you talk to other players on the Rockets, James Harden more and more becoming a vocal leader. I mean, tremendous confidence and swagger and determination, but that confidence can be contagious, and it's allowing him now to be a leader on this team.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. There's the pass to Moni Yunus. He kicks it to Harden. Rejected by Pierce. To the paint. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, Paul Pierce hinted that he could hang him up soon. He had that amazing run. Has nothing left to prove in the NBA. And I would say, of all the players in last year's playoffs, had some of the most dramatic individual shots we have seen from one guy in a long time.
He did, and you know, you forget he's done that really over the course of his entire career.
Sure.
Just kind of funny to see him doing it in a Wizards jersey. But you talked about it. He's going to go down as one of the all-time greats, no doubt about it. So many big moments over the course of his career. And also, for all the kids out there, the best maybe footwork we have in our game, if you want to improve as a player, watch Paul Pierce's footwork.
Redick against Harden. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Howard in the post. He's against Jordan. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Well, the competitive nature was on display early in the career of Pierce. I mean, he has willed his teams to win his entire career and is baffled by anybody who doesn't want to win as bad as he does.
Brewer is checked in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Paul missing.
You know, guys, if he does his work early, he knows when he gets in a good position, his size gives him a big edge on the glass.
Lawson kicks to Harden. No good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
And that competitive nature that you talked about with Pierce, that's really what sets him apart. He had so many great clutch moments in the postseason. Easily one of the most clutch players in recent memory.
And the Clippers call time here. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain him.
So it's the Clippers now. They trail by 6. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. The Rockets have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Lawson against Paul. Lawson outside. 5 to shoot. Back to Howard. From deep 3-point range. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Clippers with the ball. 6-point game. You know, Clark, the one thing you can say about Ty Lawson is his awareness around the floor. He's just ubiquitous, and his court vision is incredible.
Excellent peripheral vision. He averaged almost 10 assists a game last season. That's the best year of his career thus far.
And for the Rockets, they're shooting well, 50% from the floor. And Harden with the stuff.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Down low. Deflects the pass. Brewer with the steal. It's Harden with the drive. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Paul for 3. Shot's good. Paul's got 8 points.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give him.
It's Howard with the drive.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Reddick.
Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
For the Rockets, Jones comes in for Montezumas. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Ty Lawson. And then for the Clippers, Cole Aldridge. He's checked in for Jordan. And Stevenson comes in for Paul Pierce. And it's Crawford in for J.J. Redick.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard. Clark,
yes,
bringing it down hard.
Yes,
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight. Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly. They have a 2-for-1 situation if they go quick.
Yeah, I don't think they have to rush, though, Greg. Just need to find a good shot this time.
Harden draws the double. Trying to find Jones. He gets it to him.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Stevenson inside the three-point line. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Paul. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. Well, through 3 quarters of play. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Clippers trailed by 12. Everly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Then it's Jones. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Capella in at the 4. That's the 5 for Houston right now. There's a screen. Stripped it away. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Here's Harden. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Harden's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Rockets. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Rockets?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Monty Eunice is checked in for the Rockets. Lawson comes in for Patrick Beverly. And then for Los Angeles, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Aldridge. Pierce comes in for Lance Stevenson. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jamal Crawford. Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity. Pierce's shot is good.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Harden against Redick from about 16. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off.
Lawson dishes to Capella. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. Lawson's got his 4th assist in this one.
Well, if you're going to give them layups, there's no way you're going to get back in this game.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Boy, Doc Rivers keeps on leading his teams to successful seasons. A former coach of the year rarely has a season where his team doesn't meet expectations.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. He hasn't been happy with their shot selection. He told them, we're forcing things out there, guys. Space the floor, make the extra pass, work for the open shot in the flow of our offense. We'll see if they heed that advice, Kevin.
And Doc Rivers passed the 700-win mark as a coach last season. He's climbing the ladder in career wins.
Yeah, and you know, I don't know that Doc oftentimes gets enough credit for the type of coach he is. I mean, as a coach, he is well over 500 in terms of his career win percentage. And how about over 500 in playoff games as well? It has been a 3-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And the Clippers not known for being an outside shooting team, but they take a large amount of deep mid-range twos as well as their fair share of threes.
Rockets leading by 13. For the Clippers, you think of Lob City and it's all dunks. But the reality is, Clark, as Greg was just talking about, that just isn't the case.
It really isn't. I mean, they also led the league in pull-up shots attempted by a wide margin, about 24 pull-up Jays a game.
And taken away by Paul. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Harden. Ball going up court. Lost in the pass to Monty Eunice. And some nice passing there by Houston. It's Harden with the drive. Monianis kicks to Lawson. And the basket good.
Well, that's 3 of their last 5 baskets in transition.
You can see the emphasis is to get out and run.
Here's Paul. And Capella sends it back.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Pierce with a wide open look. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. And that's 12 points for Paul Pierce. A shot by Lawson, wide open. Lawson can't get that one to fall.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Paul for 3. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Just dialed in from the three-point line in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they're putting a world of hurt on them with the triple.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Howard's checked in for Houston. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Smith. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. .114 left in the fourth quarter. It's Pierce on the wing. Back to Paul. The shot misses. Great D that time from Lawson. Down low. Tries to save it. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Redick's got the ball. It's stolen by Lawson. And the foul on Paul Pierce. That'll be his second foul of the game. Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor.
Los Angeles foul call. That's his first personal foul.
So the first one drops, and that will push the lead to double digits.
At the line for 2.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Yeah, you'd like to convert them all, but that should still be enough to secure the win.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. And that one's good. Beverly.
And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
.26 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Clark, and they can just let the clock run out here.
No argument with that W.
And taken away by Johnson. Here's Stevenson. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And a nice 1-2 punch there, guys. Great defensive play and great basket in transition.
Aggressive play, attacking basketball, on the attack, full throttle. I love it.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.